to make this contribution on the supplementary appropriation number 2. And Honorable Speaker, I want to say I support indeed this bill, particularly that it's going to impact on a number of programs, one of which is critical that affects also my own constituents. For instance, Honorable Speaker, the issue of the sports academies, that the funds that would go towards the sports academies, that I have a couple of them in my own constituency, Honorable Speaker. Also, Honorable Speaker, towards the debate, one of my colleagues did mention, that is Honorable Ngogoyo, and he was speaking about some that we may not be aware of some of the programs that we are doing and what this bill is going to do. And I wanted to notify Honorable Ngogoyo because I also happen to have seen what is happening in Kajiado North. I wanted to notify you, Honorable Ngogoyo, that I have several roads, several programs that I've been able in this House and the committees in this House to be able to articulate for the people of Nandi Hills. And when you took the initiative earlier, Honorable Ngogoyo, to mention that in the budget that has just gone, and even as we're talking about part of what is happening in the appropriation bill, I want to notify you that there is several programs, like the roads in my constituency, like the one from Savannah to Nandi Hills, like the road from Siwa all the way to Nandi Hills, like the road from Imaki to Nandi Hills. Like, you know, I have several programs that if I challenge you today to mention, what have you been able to push when you are a member here, I'm sure you would be very keen to have been able to speak mainly about what happens to the Munyoro teams and stuff like that. But that not belabored, Honorable Speaker, I want to also support this bill, noting the issue of the Nyota funds that is going to impact greatly the young people of our country. And Honorable Speaker, as we support this bill, many young people are going to benefit. Finally, Honorable Speaker, on the aspects of education, when you look at the funds that is going to go towards the invigilation, the programs around, where was that? Now, Honorable Speaker, let me mention this then before I sit down. The issue of the ICT, the ICT committee, Honorable Speaker, and one of the things that had come to our committee was the issue of the 150 million shillings that is meant to support the KBC to be able to broadcast the FIFA World Cup games. This is very critical because with the coming of this new government, Honorable Speaker, it has been able to promote incredibly the talent of our country. And therefore, this is going now to allow all Kenyans to be able to have the opportunity, because KBC is going to have the rights to be able to be seen across the country. So I support indeed this bill with everything in me. Thank you.
Honorable Adan Kenyan, because of rank, we'll have the last comment at this stage.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to make just 2 comments on this. Mr. Speaker, I want to, this House has a very important title called the August House. And I followed the debate yesterday and this morning. There's one thing that came to my mind, the history of our democracy. I do not want to delve very much on this, but it's my plea to all colleagues here. We are one group. You can do whatever you want to do, but outside there, we are members of the 13th Parliament. As we continue with this debate, the budget making process is a constitutional process. 2, it's also a political process. And 3, more fundamentally, it's a party-driven process. And that's why every party during the campaign period, they have a manifesto. That manifesto must be translated into a workable, pragmatic, executive-driven economic agenda. So as even we delve into this, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of debate, I want to urge my colleagues, when you want to contribute on a particular issue, prepare the alternative. And that's what the Kenyans want to hear. And I really want to plead with my colleagues here. Let's not turn the House into what I have seen today and what I've also seen yesterday afternoon. That is not the kind of image that we want to project. And finally, I've gone through this. Recently, there are 2 things, and this is captured also partly in this. His Excellency the President and the entire government was in Wajir on 1st June, Madaraka Day. You have had the apology that came from none other than the President of the Republic of Kenya And that was the first event of its kind in the history. And therefore, and it's not going to be the last. The other day it happened in Kitui, it happened in Wajir, and I'm sure it will happen in other parts of the Republic of Kenya. But because of what has happened in the history that we have had as a region, taking into account the circumstances, any budget that is tailor-made for that particular and other activities of similar nature, for me as an individual, is something that I've been yearning for. So I want to believe this supplementary 2 is properly before the House, is well documented, and therefore I urge you to support. But as we approach this afternoon session, please, let's act differently. That is what will give us a better image, a better understanding, and that's what the Kenyans actually are looking forward to. I support this, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, let me put the question. We are going to have a stage in the process where we can make comments before third reading. So accordingly, honorable members, I now put the question. The House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. The mover of the bill to move third reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the supplementary appropriation number 2, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2026, be now read a third time. I also request the Honorable Vice Chairman of Budget and Appropriations Committee to second.
The Honorable Pukose.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the supplementary appropriation bill number 2, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2026, be now read a third time. The Honorable Charles Ngusia.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. And from the onset, I would like to say I am supporting this supplementary budget bill, of course, bill number 2, purposely because I have seen a lot of importance, because we are hosting Africa Cup of Nations next year. And as I sit in the committee of the sports committee, there are things that CAPs came and changed without us expecting to change the standards and quality of the stadium. And it is very important we allocate resources so that we can meet the regulations of the CAF and we hold a successful Africa Cup of Nations, which will sell the country across. Mr. Speaker, the other issues of security, they are very important. We saw what happened in Mwingi and other areas, and that is why most of the members who are opposing this bill, they don't have facts. We need to support this bill so that the money can be realigned to a very important and sensitive issues. With those few remarks, I support.
That is, let me come this Honorable. The Honorable Japhet Nyakundi will be followed by the Honorable Timothy Toroitich.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also want to take this opportunity to support the Supplementary Appropriations Bill number 2, because one, I have had the Member of Parliament for Suba, who has just left, talking about the stadiums. I want to tell him that these stadiums that he has seen being built are being built by this money from Sports Fund. And the money that is coming in from Sports Fund is appropriations in aid. What I want to urge this House, let us support this, because we have initially, we never used to have these stadiums, the like of Talanta, the likes of Kisii and Homa Bay, where he comes from. So this money that is in the supplementary budget is very, very important, because we have seen what this government is doing with money from sports. Initially, we never used to see this money for sports fund building stadiums all over the country. So I want to support this supplementary budget, because it is supporting a lot of things, more especially money for invigilators. You saw the other day teachers striking because they were not given their money last year, the ones who invigilated the exams. But this time round, I have seen money has been put in early enough so that as the students are going to do their exams this year, the teachers can be able to get the money so that they can be able to to support the invigilation. So generally, I want to support this supplementary budget in totality, and I want to thank the Budget and Appropriations Committee, and more especially the able chairman, Honorable Samuel Atandi. Thank you.
The Honorable Timothy Toretich in 1 minute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to support the letter, the spirit, and the intent of the Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026. Honorable Speaker, for only one reason. Honorable Speaker, I have seen that we've allocated 1.5 billion towards the Ministry of Interior and National Administration. Honorable Speaker, I come from a region that has been prevalent with insecurity matters, the Kerio Valley region. Honorable Speaker, I am happy that since this government took over, the government of William Ruto, we've seen that the security situation in Kerio Valley region has stabilized, and therefore I support the allocation of 1.5 billion. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Lastly, the Honorable, that is Felix Odiwuor. 1 minute only.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to also support the Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2, mostly on the side of the sports fund and the money that has been allocated to it. I had even a conversation with the CEO of Sport Fund, and in my constituency, Undugu grounds will start being repaired and work will be done there. Apart from that, a few roads that have been installed in my constituency, that is Karen, the Langata Road from Karen Galleria all the way to Crossroad, Ole Shapara in South Sea, and Muhoho Road also have been allocated some money. I want to take this earliest opportunity to also thank the chairperson, Budget Committee, Honorable Atandi, for the good job that he's been able to do to allocate these monies in the supplementary. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Naomi Wako in 30 seconds.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I confirm that I support this appropriation bill, and also congratulate the committee simply because the State Department for Water and Sanitation receives money, State Department for Sports does the same, Youth Affairs and Creative Economy does the same, and State Department for Micro, Small, Medium support receives enough support. And again, Honorable Speaker, Presidency is responsible for organization and coordination of the government business, and much of this money goes there. I support this and I congratulate the committee. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members have confirmed that we have the requisite quorum in the House for purposes of making a decision. I therefore put the question, which is that the Supplementary Appropriation number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2026, be now read a third time. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. No. The ayes have it. Let us be
a bill for an act of parliament to authorize the issue of certain sums of money out of the consolidated fund and the application towards the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2026, and to appropriate those sums for certain public services and purposes.
Thank you, honorable members, for a good morning session. Let us be upstanding. Honorable members, and the time being 1:01 p.m., this House stands adjourned until Thursday, the 18th day of June 2026 at 2:30 p.m.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp.